Hello and welcome back to Bedtime Verses with Kyle. Just a little poetry to help you get ready for bed. And please follow me at the Kyle Derrick on YouTube for the full videos. Here we go. More John Milton, another selection from Paradise Lost. And this is called Holy Light. And this is, let's see. Yeah, it's about heaven and how awesome it is, I believe. Here we go. Hail, holy light, offspring of heaven firstborn, or of the eternal co-eternal beam, may I express thee unblamed, but thou revisit'st not these eyes. But thou revisit'st not these eyes. Wow, it's gonna be one of those days. Milton, what are you even saying? This is just on and on. I hate this. Need more context. It's been a while since I've read it. Someone's come up from hell and talks about how garbage that is. Let's see. Also, here's my book. Milton. Here we go. Maybe just take the beginning of Paradise Lost. Why not? Paradise Lost. Let's just do the opening. Here we go, because this is much better. Of man's first disobedience and the fruit of that forbidden tree, whose mortal taste brought death into the world, and all our woe with loss of Eden, till one greater man restore us and regain the blissful seat, sing, heavenly muse, that on the secret top of Oreb, or of Sinai, didst inspire that shepherd, who first taught the chosen seed in the beginning how the heavens and earth rose out of chaos, or, if Sion hill delight thee more, and Siloa's brook that flowed fast by the oracle of God, I thence invoke thy aid to my adventurous song, that with no middle flight intends to soar above the Aeonian mount, while it pursues things unattempted yet in prose or rhyme. And chiefly thou, O Spirit, that dost prefer before all temples th' upright heart and pure, instruct me, for thou know'st, thou from the first wast present, and with mighty wings outspread, dove-like sat'st brooding on the vast abyss, and mad'st it pregnant. What in me is dark, illumine, what is low, raise and support, that to the height of this great argument I may assert eternal providence, and justify the ways of God to men. There you go. That makes much more sense. So, we're back with some John Milton, and another selection from Paradise Lost. This is Evening in Paradise. And it's a scene between Adam and Eve before they're seduced and kicked out. Now came still evening on, and twilight gray had in her sober livery all things clad. Silence accompanied, for beast and bird, they to their grassy couch, these to their nests were slunk, all but the wakeful nightingale. She all night long her amorous descant sung. Silence was pleased. Now glowed the firmament with living sapphires. Hesperus that led the starry host rode brightest, till the moon, rising in clouded majesty, at length apparent queen unveiled her peerless light, and o'er the dark her silver mantle threw. Nighttime. When Adam thus to Eve, fair consort, the hour of night and all things now retired to rest, mind us of like repose, since God hath set labor and rest, as day and night to men successive, and the timely dew of sleep now falling with soft slumberous weight inclines our eyelids. Other creatures all day long rove idle, unemployed, and less need rest. Man hath his daily work of body or mind appointed, which declares his dignity, and the regard of heaven on all his ways, while other animals unactive range, and of their doings God takes no account. Tomorrow, ere fresh morning streak the east, with first approach of light, we must be risen, and our pleasant labor to reform yon flowery arbors, yonder alleys green, our walks at noon, with branches overgrown, that mock our scant maturing, and require more hands than ours to lop their wanton growth. Those blossoms also, and those dropping gums, that lie bestrewn unsightly and unsmooth, ask riddance, if we mean to tread with ease. Meanwhile, as nature wills, night bids us rest. To whom thus Eve with perfect beauty adorned, my author and disposer, what thou bidst unargued I obey, so God ordains. God is thy law, thou mine. To know no more is woman's happiest knowledge and her praise. With thee conversing I forget all time, all seasons, and their change all please alike. Sweet is the breath of morn, her rising sweet, with charm of earliest birds. Pleasant the sun, when first on this delightful land he spreads his orient beams, on herb, tree, fruit, and flower, glistering with dew. Fragrant the fertile earth after soft showers, and sweet the coming on of grateful evening mild. Then silent night, with this her solemn bird, and this fair moon, and these the gems of heaven, her starry train. But neither breath of morn, when she ascends with charm of earliest birds, nor rising sun on this delightful land, nor herb, fruit, flower, glistering with dew, nor fragrance after showers, nor grateful evening mild, nor silent night with this her solemn bird, nor walk by moon or glittering starlight, without thee is sweet. Aw, very nice, very nice. Aren't they so in love? Until the serpent comes along and gets it real interesting real fast. Tonight we're back with John Milton, and this is The Banishment, so it's after Adam and Eve have eaten of the tree of knowledge and must leave Eden. The Banishment. So spake our mother Eve, and Adam heard well pleased, but answered not. For now too nigh the archangel stood, and from the other hill to their fixed station, all in bright array, the cherubim descended. On the ground gliding meteorous, as evening mist risen from a river o'er the marish glides, and gathers ground fast at the laborer's heel, homeward returning. High in front advanced, the brandished sword of God before them blazed, fierce as a comet, which with torrid heat and vapor as the Libyan air adust began to parch that temperate clime, whereat in either hand the hastening angel caught our lingering parents, and to the eastern gate led them direct, and down the cliff as fast to the subjected plain, then disappeared. They, looking back, all the eastern side beheld of paradise, so late their happy seat, waved over by that flaming brand, the gate with dreadful faces thronged and fiery arms. Some natural tears they dropped, but wiped them soon. The world was all before them, where to choose their place of rest, and Providence their guide. They, hand in hand, with wandering steps and slow, through Eden took their solitary way. So, God's angel just torched paradise there, and now they have to go out into the real world and age and be cold and pay rent. You know? Was it worth it? I don't know. Notice my handy-dandy published book here, The Blessed, a novel-length epic poem. Please, after I butchered this, it's a story of 3 heroes who must overcome their challenges to defeat an evil invader. In sesta rima, no less. Okay, now tonight we're back with John Milton, but from a new piece, Samson Agonistes. Samson, another biblical hero with the long hair, super strength. Woman gets him to cut the hair off, loses all the strength. There you go. That's what happens when hair metal died. Everyone lost their awesome. Okay, here we go. Oh, how comely it is and how reviving to the spirits of just man long oppressed, when God into the hands of their deliverer puts invincible might, Samson, to quell the mighty of the earth, the oppressor, the brute and boisterous force of violent men, hardy and industrious to support tyrannic power, but raging to pursue the righteous and all such as honor truth. Indeed, we want a Superman. He all their ammunition and feats of war defeats with plain heroic magnitude of mind and celestial vigor armed. Their armories and magazines contemns, renders them useless, while with winged expedition, swift as the lightning glance he executes his errand on the wicked, who, surprised, lose their defense, distracted and amazed. Sounds like Superman. But patience is more oft the exercise of saints, the trial of their fortitude, making them each his own deliverer, and victor over all the tyranny or fortune can inflict. Either of these is in thy lot, Samson, with might endued above the sons of men, but sight bereaved may chance to number thee with those whom patience finally must crown. He doesn't lose his sight. I guess Milton lost his sight. I don't know, there's the thing here, right? Not his blindness. Yeah. Applying blindness to everybody, maybe there's something I don't know. Comment below, all that sort of stuff. Okay, next piece also is from Samson Agonistes. Here we go. All is best, though we oft doubt. What the unsearchable dispose of highest wisdom brings about, and ever best found in the close. Oft he seems to hide his face, but unexpectedly returns, and to his faithful champion hath in place bore witness gloriously, whence Gaza mourns, and all that band them to resist his uncontrollable intent. His servants he, with new acquist of true experience from this great event, with peace and consolation hath dismissed, and calm of mind, all passion spent. What the unsearchable dispose. Enter the faithful champion, scouts and mourns, his servants ye. Well, patience seems to be the best strength, is what he's saying. Patience, 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 indeed.
Make me Batman. Hello, I'm Kyle Derrick, and I want you to make me Batman. But it's better to show than to tell, so here's my audition. No, not now.
You are a disgrace.
No, you are not my father. I am not a disgrace. I am vengeance. I am the knight. I am Batman. So, spread the word and make me Batman. Subscribe, like, and share. And if there are any lines you'd like to hear me do in the voice of Batman, comment below. I'll be watching from the shadows.
Also, check me out as Drago on the new Bakugan on Netflix. Today is Flip to Friday. Ba-boom. Let's see, what do we have? Random. Boop. Measure for measure. This is a prose scene with the fools. I think one of them is a pimp. Enter Pompey. That's interesting. The Duke. I'm sure this is everyone's favorite part. The Duke and Isabella. Okay. So the Duke left Parma, I think. Don't quote me. Some city. And left his second-in-command in charge, who turns out to be a total jerk and just wants to sleep with all the women and arrest all the men and just is a tyrant. But the Duke is actually, he's secretly there. And he's watching. So now, this is Act 433. Let's see. Isabella has been imprisoned because she won't go with the bad Duke. So the real Duke enters, I believe, as a priest. Enter Provost with Raguzin's head. Okay. So someone's decapitated in place of someone else. Okay. So Duke and Isabella. Peace ho, be here. The Duke. The tongue of Isabel. She's come to know if yet her brother's pardon be come hither, but I will keep her ignorant of her good, to make her heavenly comforts of despair when it is least expected. Isabella. Ho, by your leave! She comes in. Good morning to you, fair and gracious daughter. The Duke's pretending to be a monk. The better given me by so holy a man. Hath yet the deputy sent my brother's pardon? He hath released him, Isabel, from the world. His head is off and sent to Angelo, who's the bad Duke. Nay, but it is not so. So she believes her brother's dead. It is no other. Show your wisdom, daughter, in your close patience. I will to him and pluck out his eyes. You shall not be admitted to his sight. Unhappy Claudio, wretched Isabel, injurious world, most damned Angelo. This nor hurts him, nor profits you a jot. Forbear it, therefore. Give your cause to heaven. Mark what I say, which you shall find by every syllable of faithful verity. The Duke comes home tomorrow. Nay, dry your eyes. One of our convent, and his confessor, gives me this instance. Already he hath carried notice to Aeschylus and Angelo, who do prepare to meet him at the gates, there to give up their power. If you can pace your wisdom in that good path that I would wish it go, and you shall have your bosom on this wretch, grace of the Duke, revenges to your heart, and general honor. I am directed by you. This letter, then, to Friar Peter give. 'Tis that he sent me of the Duke's return. Say by this token I desire his company at Mariana's house tonight. Her cause and yours I'll perfect him withal. And he shall bring you before the Duke and to the head of Angelo. Accuse him home and home. For my poor self, I am combined by a sacred vow, and shall be absent, gives the letter. Wend you with this letter. Command these fretting waters from your eyes. With a light heart, trust not my holy order if I pervert your course. Lucio comes in. Who's there? Good even. Friar, where's the provost? Not within, sir. Lucio. Oh, pretty Isabella, I am pale at mine heart to see thine eyes so red. Thou must be patient. I am fain to dine and sup with water and bran. I dare not for my head fill my belly. One fruitful meal would set me to't. But they say the Duke will be here tomorrow. By my troth, Isabel, I love thy brother. If the old fantastical Duke of Dark Corners had been at home, he had lived. She leaves. Sir, the Duke is marvellous little beholden to your reports, but the best is, he lives not in them. Friar, thou knowest not the Duke so well as I do. He's a better woodman than thou takest him for. Well, you'll answer this one day. Fare you well. Nay, tarry, I'll go along with thee. I can tell thee pretty tales of the Duke. You have told me too many of him already, sir, if they be true. If not true, none were enough. I was once before him for getting a wench with child. Did you such a thing? Yes, Mary, did I, but I was fain to forswear it. They would else have married me to the rotten meddler. Sir, your company is fairer than honest, rest you well. By my troth, I'll go with thee to the lane's end. If bawdy talk offend you, we'll have very little of it. Nay, friar, I am a kind of burr. I shall stick. So obviously Lucio's an idiot. Talks to the Duke about the Duke and pisses the Duke off because he doesn't know it's the Duke. Wonderful. And it all gets wrapped up happily in the end and everyone gets their just desserts. Thanks again for joining me for Bedtime Verses with Kyle. You can follow me here and please subscribe to my YouTube. There'll be new readings every weekday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good night. Sleep tight.